and the government listened, I would imagine it's the government's decision. You know, even though it's Marine Atlantic, the fact that people were saying, "Hey, this is the Trans Canada. How come it's a small fortune to get across?" You know, the boat is considered a part of the Trans Canada.
Exactly.
So it was good that that happened. Yeah. Hopefully that stays like that. But like you said, it also created the fact that there's, you know, too much demand now.
People are having a hard time getting back.
People are crossing now. Yeah.
Like if me and you wanted to go on a trip now over to Nova Scotia, like if we're not booked ahead 2 or 3 months, we're probably not getting on the ferry unless you show up in the overflow and
That's right.
wait it out, you know?
The wife just experienced that. Like on her way back, she got a day crossing today, but on the way back, she's got the kids, and she's forced to do a night crossing with the kids. No cabin.
No cabin available.
No cabin available. So here she is now, an overnight trip with 2 kids, a 2-year-old and a 10-year-old, right?
Yeah. Now you can book private seating upstairs, which is a little bit more quiet than downstairs in the public, but like it's still kind of like a public place, but it's just a glassed-in area. It's a little bit more quiet, right?
Yes, yeah, a little better. I told her to get a camping mattress, like a roll-out mattress for the kids.
Yeah.
Heavy gear, right?
And they ask you not to sleep on the floor, but like, what are you supposed to do?
What are you gonna do? You got a 2-year-old and a 10-year-old. Like,
every time I cross in the nighttime, I lay on that floor.
Yeah. Yes.
2 hoodies on the floor, man. I'm laying down.
Yes, sir. Yeah, me
wake
too.
Me up?
Yeah, because those seats are designed so it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
They want you buying a cabin.
Well, like
right?
You can't recline quite enough to get a good nap, right?
That's right. Yeah. So. Yeah, I
You
know.
got 2 or 3 people talking in the same area, and they're very loud and
Yes, exactly.
not respectful to other people.
But yeah, I guess that affects bottom line of Rugged Edge because you know you haven't got the casuals coming over.
Yeah, like there's not quite as many people, you know, coming over from the province that we've seen the last couple of years. But I do is because of that.
You can't just casually say, "Hey, let's take the side by side over and do a West Coast trip next week."
Exactly.
You can't do that now. You got to plan it
like
months ahead.
We had a group show up on a Sunday, like, you know, we weren't open on a Sunday, obviously, but they asked me if I'd take them out on Sunday. I think they showed up on a, like, Friday or something, and they said, you know, we were looking to get to the sinkhole on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, you know, they asked if we had a guide available, and obviously we're not open on Sundays. So I told them, you know, I know the way, so, you know, if you want me to personally take you down on my time, I can, right?
Yes.
Which I did, and, you know, made lots of friends. Like, geez, there was probably 20 bikes there besides myself.
Yeah.
You know, we spent the day together. I took them down to the sinkhole, and, like, they all jumped in the bottom of the Goose Arm on the way back because of how hot and dusty it was. Like, but they didn't care. They wanted to go. It was a lot of elderly people and couples stuff, right? Like, they jumped in, man, dust some dirt coming off of them. Like, they had the best kind of time, right?
I guess they appreciated the sinkhole when they seen it.
Oh yeah, and like a couple of them went down, but like you know, there's a lot of elderly people, so like that's a long descent down that hole, and it's all shale rock, so you really kind of gotta watch your step, right?
That's right.
So I wouldn't want to see anybody fall down there.
No, that's right. Yeah, man, like it's endless. And Katie, I mean, my wife's from the east coast of Newfoundland. We haven't even scratched the surface with her yet, and she's all about hiking outdoors. And man, we got some long list of stuff to do with her.
When the kids get a little older, man, you got to be able to get to, you know, spend a bit more time on the bike and stuff. And who knows, maybe you'll have something like a side by side or something you can take everybody in anyway.
That's the plan. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I mean, once our youngest gets in school, it's exactly 2 years from now. That's when life changes. You know, we can get back outside.
And I know your work is busy too, and and stuff.
Well, that's exactly when I'll be able to take days off too, right?
You gotta make time for yourself.
You do, 100%, right?
If you don't, like, you'll kill you, you'll beat yourself up over it when you're home there.
Oh, you will. Yeah, you regret it, right? You know, and that's why every time we get to it on Skidoo, it's just like I feel it's like $1 million because I know like that's the days we'll remember.
I feel like we're 19 again.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
The Fat Mountain Films days. Like,
yeah, oh, back in the day, yes, sir.
Gas around for you and O'Brien and Nick Rowe. And
yeah.
I used to have Dad Scandic pulling around a little sleigh half the time with a bit of gas in it.
Yes, sir.
I used to watch you guys, like, you know, going crazy. And
the jump building.
Like, oh, I got to do this. Like, how do I get a sled to do this stuff with?
Yeah.
There I was riding my dad's old Scandic 380.
That's right. But man, those are the days you remember, right?
Oh man, I won't forget that ever.
Never know. Like,
a lot of good times, man.
I used to, half the fun of it was building jumps. Because when you're building jumps, you're hanging out.
Yeah.
You're chilling with your buddies, right? And sometimes you'd build a jump and you realize you built something that you're terrified of. to
Oh
do.
my God, yeah.
You're like, Jesus, what have we done?
Right? What if we created?
What have we done? Now we got to do
And
it.
then everyone feels like a bunch of pussies because you gotta like, who's guinea pig in this thing?
Everyone's calling each other's bluff. It's like a
Right?
game of chicken.
It's like, all right, odds is built. Now who's
Yeah,
hitting it?
who's going first? Yeah. No one will be fighting over it. It'll be like,
No,
you go
yeah.
first this time.
For me, it's like a natural feature thing now.
Me too.
I like a nice rolling natural feature that I can just blast off, 5 or 6 times before it's destroyed, and then move on. Right?
It's more of an art.
Well, I do like to build a boot, or like
Oh yeah.
I haven't done it for a while.
Same.
You gotta
Haven't
have
done it for a while.
A perfect landing for me. Like
Yeah.
you gotta have a nice downhill landing,
Yeah.
a nice little gap to clear at the top. Like you want to up, an incline in run and a decline out run.
Well, when we used to ride back in the day, it was a daredevil mentality.
Oh yeah.
Like, don't care what happens. And now ain't no daredevil mentality. It's like, let's enjoy life and not hurt ourselves.
From the same town or that area, East Coast.
Yes.
Through backfoot to winter pass.
That's right. Oh my God. First Newfoundlander to backflip.
First Newfoundland backflip.
Oh man, what's his name?
I'm trying to think now.
Yeah, fuck, we should give him a shout out because like that's legendary. That's absolutely.
They're the Elevate crew, like
Yeah.
they're full fish and vinegar, man.
I didn't even know they existed. It looks like they're riding at a Bombay Pond a lot, eh?
Yeah, so like that's where as far as you know, that backflip was thrown in Taylor Cliff Road, right?
Oh man. So is it Elevate Crew? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a crew of young guys. They must be young, eh?
I would say they're like early 20s.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any of them that are in their 30s yet.
Man, oh man. I went and looked at checked out their riding on their social media. Holy cow.
Oh man.
Holy cow. Like yeah, finally like you're seeing another generation that are like really pushing
Well,
it.
usually you see that kind of technical run, like that kind of stuff. Like you're not looking at it in Newfoundland. Like you're watching it from BC or you're watching.
These
it from
guys
Utah,
are
or you're
pro
watching it
level.
From, like that backflip that was perfectly stomped was thrown
Perfect.
in Newfoundland.
Yeah.
Like down the Taylor Cliff Road.
Oh, it's so crazy.
I've always talked about it myself, obviously, but
Same.
I've never came across the right place to do it, in my opinion.
That's right.
That I want to just say I'm going to chuck it, but
At this point now, at
It's all
45, it was just real nice to see someone do it. I don't care. Like, to see a Newfoundlander huck a backflip.
yeah,
That's so cool.
it's awesome.
It was almost like watching a Newfoundlander go pro.
Yeah, well,
Like become a pro athlete.
man, to me, throwing a backflip is pretty much
That's
something
pro.
that a pro level would do.
When it comes to snowmobiling, that's when you're like, okay, yeah, I can hang with anyone.
And, like these guys got no fear, so like to me, like even snowboarding, it was all about who was around you. Like if you had someone someone that was always a little bit better than you to follow up on, and like watch what they do and learn from, and
Yep.
those guys, like they're here in Newfoundland. To me, like they're probably some of the best riders here now. So like if they don't got that older generation to look up to, like the guys doing BC, like Kosterky and all those guys that are always there riding, like
Yeah.
a couple of my buddies were up building the jump for Brett Turcott and
Are they?
Caleb Kosterky there last year, a couple years ago. You know what I mean?
No way.
So like they got a chance to experience that firsthand and watch those guys and learn from those guys, and they're professional snowmobilers, man. Like
Yeah.
X game medalists, like.
And it's one thing to see it on social media, but it's another thing to be like,
In person,
I'm watching this
and
in
like
person, right?
and actually sit down and like we are right now and be friends and talk and
Yeah. And when you see a jump being done in person, you're getting the feel of it. Like, oh my God, that's larger than life. You see it on a video, it takes away the that like
Everything, man.
punch. But when you see it in person, like remember back in the day, Dan Gardner came down with Boondockers,
Yeah.
and he did that jump over Humber Road. I think it was that extension off Humber Road.
Garyville Road.
Yeah,
And
and
he
you
ran
know,
down behind me.
when he did that was the first time where I was like, oh, that was larger than life. Like to feel the throttle, and that's when I was like, oh, okay. And that actually upped all our game because we saw how much throttle there was,
Yeah, man.
how much to gas the landing.
Watching a professional.
Before that, you don't get that feel for it, and you don't learn about that when you're seeing it on a sled next video. Not the same.
Like I said, you always gotta have those cars that are just that next level, man, to watch and learn from.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, man. I mean, back in the day, it felt like there was like a bunch of crews, back in the day, and Boondockers. They were the ones that brought the money guys down. It was super cool. Like when Dane Ferguson came down for the sled next show.
Yeah.
Like that was crazy. It was larger than life to see him do it. I counted 8 on that on that show that Dane Ferguson did, he did 27 backflips in like a 90-minute show. I counted.
He's a wild man.
It was
Wild
crazy
man.
to see that in person. It's not the same when you're seeing it on the screen.
He's still talking to you?
You know what? You didn't hear what happened, eh? Dane Ferguson passed away.
That's what.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. But I did keep in touch with him after that time he was down. You know, he made me an offer that after that time he was down. He offered, I was 27, right at that right age, but just started the tattoo shop. So he said, we'll pay your flight up, and you got a loaner truck and a loaner sled when you get here. We're going to film the next sled next in Turnagain Pass. Yeah, he offered that to me because he's like under my crew, you know.
Yeah.
I said no.
Can you imagine what your life would be to after you put it?
I said no because I just started this tattoo shop, and I was like, man, this is for real. Like, I got to make a choice. There's a fork in the road here. And I can't.
Your name on Split next.
Yeah, I got.
3 or 4.
He messaged me and offered that. Right? He was like, truck for while you're here and all this. I'm like,
So I remember you guys were pretty connected when you was here. And,
yes.
You know, chatting and stuff. And
Yeah.
it's good, man.
Yeah. I always had that chance. I had that chance. I had that opportunity, but I said no. I don't regret saying no.
It's not like, you know, what you built and created for yourself here now. It's, you know.
Well, tattooing pays the bills, and no matter how big you are, even the most successful extreme snowmobiler still got a day job.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the way I looked at it at the time. Like, I put some real thought into it, and I'm like, this ain't getting an offer to go as a pro dirt biker, where if you're a pro, you could be making a good living. You could be rich. Even the best snowmobiler, they're truly doing it for a passion, because even the best of the best still needs a day job.
Oh, yeah.
There's no such thing as going pro as a snowmobiler and becoming rich.
Mistletoe is a logger or something in Ontario, right?
Right.
In summer, or he was a logger. I think he got his own construction company or something else.
There you go. That's the perfect example, right? And I mean, you got your odd one who makes their day job snowmobiling.
Yep.
Like much like you've done, right? You know, like you've integrated it into your life.
Yep.
You know, so that's the smart way to do it. Then you don't have a day job where you're like trying to get through a day job, and then like you're living the life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like some days, you know, I spend a full day on a snowmobile with people from out of province or out of town or anywhere, you know.
That's
it
so
could be
wicked.
people from Cornbrook that are just looking to get out
That's
first
right.
time, or looking to see a certain destination, or you know.
Yeah.
But like, I have spent a lifetime since I was a kid, like leaving, you know, down there on Country Road at my mom's place, like with my dad, going up the Skidoo Trail, and you know, like, it's just the places I grew up. So like, it's not hard to show, you know, people what I know, or you know, the
No.
areas where we've grown our whole lives. Or,
Yeah.
but it's just nice to definitely wake up in the morning and know that, you know, I got a tour today, like I got to go on my sled, and probably show to get, you know, a few little live, like little things that the sled can do if they want to see it, you know.
That's
like,
right.
Some people do, some people don't.
Yeah, but you get that opportunity to be like, okay,
Yeah.
well, these guys would appreciate it if I hit that drift.
And like, you know, I've after seen so many, like, you know, different people that have just been, you're crazy, you're crazy. Right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
the
a
way
cool
they get-
feeling.
The older people, the way that they talk, like, they
Yeah.
just think that I'm insane, right? They're
Yes,
just like,
and you know
you're-
they're going back to their buddies, having a few beer, and talking about you.
Yeah, well,
You know,
who
and
was
being like,
always
this
what
guy
I
was like a
told
pro
them.
rider.
Well, because I consider myself far from a pro, but it's something that really owns my heart, snowmobiling, right?
Oh man, well, when it comes to tech riding, you're definitely pro level. That's what it would do.
I just always tried to perfect it, just not, you know, to be, you know, a professional or anything. It's just for my own personal satisfaction.
That's right. Well, that's why you are at that skill level, because you're doing it for your own personal satisfaction and for the love. It's not like a task you got to do. You're doing it because you love it.
And like, I like to get to know my sleds too. Like, I like to get to know how they respond to certain, you know, movements of the body and stuff. Like, because every machine is different, right? Like,
Yes.
And technical knowledge, and you figure that stuff out pretty quick when you're getting up through the trees, and you know, you really need to step on one side to get directed left opposed to right, and over a tree, and you know what I mean? Like,
Because there are consequences. And
forever.
even like an unpleasant consequence of getting stuck is still something that makes you think and makes you want to get better.
Well,
Because you don't want to be stuck.
You learn from your mistakes. You say, you know, okay, so how can I have done something different here to, you know, make me not stuck?
Yes.
Sometimes you can loop out, you know, like
Yes.
sometimes if the incline is steep enough, you can just, like your sled, you can just jump on the back and lock the throttle and she'll almost flip back over on herself, you know?
Yes.
Then you're pointing back down the hill again, so you can ride it out a little bit easier.
The first year I had my sled, I was very surprised because I just thought it was going to be a better version of my Summit, nimble and everything. And I was like, okay, this is a snowcross sled. This is like a freestyle sled that someone long tracked. This link shredder.
It's like built for Andrew's birthmark, so like.
Yeah. So then, last year I narrowed the ski stance. I mean, I even had it on the wide ski stance, and I switched skis with the old man, so I had narrow Summit skis instead of the pontoons that my shredder had. That made a difference. But then I rode with my young fella who got the Polaris, and I was like, oh, not nimble enough yet. So this year my plan is to do 2 more adjustments, and I figured that's about all I can do. I'm going to lengthen the limber strap even more, so she's more on, like, you know, go wheeling when I want her to. And secondly, I'm going to remove the sway bar. I'm going to remove the sway bar, and I'm going to lengthen the limiter strap, then go out and dial in the front coil spring shocks accordingly. You know, so because you know that's gonna mess with stuff. So I figure after lengthening the limiter strap, removing the actual sway bars, I'll have to just fine tune the front springs. Yeah, and I'm gonna give that a go, just to see.
Like that, find a little bit of adjustment in the suspension can go a long way, right?
It did this year.
Like I opened up a hole on limiter strap on Morgan's sled and it made a big difference for
Did it?
I found it did personally.
You lengthened it, did you?
Yeah, let it out.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. She liked it better, eh?
Where it was, because like we got the sled second hand, obviously, so like the owner previously might have changed it. I don't know, but I think it was in the original hole.
Okay.
But I just opened it up more, right?
Well, he comes out of the box wanting the wheelie, but there's definitely room for adjustment.
Oh, hell yeah. Always room for a little bit more.
It was crazy. When I bought that Summit, and the same year Morgan had that same Summit, mine came from New Brunswick. Yep. So Buddy had the limiter strap like shortened as far as they could go, like completely set up for trail riding. Yep. But he also, whoever owned it didn't know what they were doing because there was so much tension on the front that it felt like a car with no power steering. Oh my God, I had to like put my weight into just steering it, and she wouldn't come up on her front or nothing.
You wouldn't think you'd be able to do that to a sled just by putting in a suspension or a limiter strap or
I know.
But it all makes a difference. Right?
The first year I was so awkward on her, and I didn't know it was because I bought it from New Brunswick and the guy was using it for trail riding.
Yep.
I thought, I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing on this sled.
That's when the K's run now, right?
That's right.
Yep.
When I first got her, I went from the previous generation free ride, and I was like, how come this is not as good? But it was just the fact that Buddy had her set up. He had a Summit set up for trail riding. Yeah. The T-motion on that is extreme too, eh?
Yeah.
Which I didn't like until I went into 10 Mile. When I went into the hills in Rocky Harbor, that's when I was like, oh, now I see what this T-motion's all about.
Yeah, like you gotta have snow underneath. Yeah.
You got to.
Actually notice the way that it works.
I could see why a lot of people wants to lock it out, and why Skidoo went through a phase of like phasing it out, eh?
I think they basically created it for, not your professional riders, but your everyday Joes to make the machine move a bit easier underneath them in the snow. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a lot of guys that are used to a snowmobile want a rigid skid. They don't want something that feels like it's a bag of milk moving around underneath you. Like, you want something that's holding an edge across a hill.
That's right. Yeah, she won't sweep it under you. First ride I went on that Summit, I went moose hunting with the old man, and there was a bunch of
how decorative of you.
Right, and there was a bunch of big humps on a bog, right? You know, when you're up on the Barrens and it's just hump after hump, and every time I parked her on top of a hump, she would fall down in between 2 other humps, and it was like, oh my God, now the sled's in a hole because those humps are like 4 feet deep.
Yeah.
So now your sled is wedged between two knobs.
Yeah.
It was like it was made for the sled to be wedged down between. Unreal. Yeah.
This stuff is so deep when we get tangled up in, man.
I remember thinking, like, this feels like I gotta lean over.
It's like the more you tread around and the more you sink, and it's like, oh God, I'm giving up.
Yeah. I gotta ask you about something that I don't know nothing about. Being from Gross Mourne, I had no experience with this because we weren't allowed to have them in Gross Mourne growing up. It's a little different now. You can be in Gross Mourne with a ATV or anything, but back when I was growing up, it just wasn't allowed. the Kawasaki two-stroke. It feels like, yeah, I don't ride dirt bike. I never did ride dirt bike, but it feels like that was the biggest news since sliced bread on my Facebook. All coming up was Kawasaki two-strokes.
Well, Kawasaki eliminated the two-strokes that they made for production, like, I don't know how many years ago, right? They took it off the market.
Yeah.
I don't know why or what happened. I'm not really up on why, but I know that there was, a 5 or 6 year period where they never made no two-stroke bikes at all.
Yeah.
And
it was obviously missed.
Seems like the last few years everything is two-stroke now. Like,
yes.
There's, KTMs are back, Huskies are back, gas is back, like, everywhere. Like the adventure bike scene here is huge, or the enduro scene, I should say.
Yeah.
Oh,
it is huge, eh? Yeah. But man, like
the 327X is supposed to be like, an ultimate two-stroke. Right now it's not an enduro bike because they got no headliner on released with it yet, right?
Yeah.
But like I'm sure you'd be able to gear up the
oh, you could gear that up.
But I got a feeling by next summer they're probably gonna have a headlight and a taillight put on it.
Okay.
And you're gonna be able to license it for the road like a two-stroke, right?
Imagine. Yeah.
Like my Beta was, I had a Beta 300X trainer with a plate on it and a signal light kit.
Yeah.
It was a two-stroke light, but it's just cool to see a two-stroke going around town,
I love it, because I'm a snowmobiler, so even though I'm not in the dirt bike scene, I'm an onlooker, I'm a fan of dirt bikes, but I never had the experience. Being a snowmobiler, I'm like, friggin' right, the two-strokes are back.
Yeah, that's right. It's just the sound is beautiful.
Love it. Yeah, absolutely love it. Yeah, it's the best.
I actually sold my dirt bike beginning of the summer now, and
yeah?
me and Morgan picked up a new saw bike on, and she sold her dirt bike as well, so next year I'm thinking hopefully I'll pick up something else.
Yeah.
But this summer now is dedicated to the 5x5.
Man, I tell you, if I had any disposable income, that'd be where I'd be going. Side by side and dirt bike. I'd have the two of it in the garage.
I love a dirt bike, but I got 3 dogs too, and my life pretty much when I get off work revolves around them, you know what I mean?
Of course, yeah.
If I'm gone on a dirt bike, they're usually they're home in the kennel, so that breaks my heart. I'd much rather have a sawbuck dog with 4 seats so that me and her can jump in and 3 dogs can jump in with us and we can just explore, right? And
the priorities change.
All 3 of our dogs absolutely love the bike, so like they're home and as soon as you say we're going in the bike, they're all up and on the go, right? Like,
yeah, they're gone crazy over it.
Yeah, man, so like doing me, like, the sawbuck dog makes much more sense for now, and
yeah.
there's lots of time for other toys and stuff, but we use the sawbuck dog much more than anything else, so.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and I jumped the gun a little bit. It was I bought a quad, didn't do the numbers, didn't do the simple math. I'm like, everybody can't fit on this quad. I should have done some simple math first, and now I got that quad. I like it. Like I got my moose license this year. It's gonna be useful. Yeah. But man, I should have got a 5-seater side by side.
Well, you can think about that down the road.
That's definitely going to happen.
Obviously, like you get back to me and figure out a good deal for something.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt I'll be going to Rugged Edge when that time comes, and it's not if, it's when. I'm going to get a side by side because I know living where I'm living, you could just leave from the house. And,
oh hell, man! You can come to work on side by side every day.
Exactly.
You drive your truck.
Oh, it'd be wonderful.
Come out up different drives and right here.
That's what's crazy. Anyone listening is not familiar with the west coast of Newfoundland. Corner Brook's a city of 30,000 people, and it's totally good to go for ATVs in the downtown area. I don't know. Is there any other cities like that?
Not many, honestly. Like our province, I think there's a few more.
Yeah.
Like in other provinces, I don't really think there's.
No, and those would be towns, right? This is a city. We're in a city, and it actually got the ATV.
Well, I guess with the fact that Newfoundland there's so many trails and so many connections and woods roads, and you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's so much more accessible for us. And I know I've dealt with people from Ontario and all kinds of different places who say, you guys are so lucky to be able to have all these trails and just be able to go where you want when you want.
It's true.
Because then they glued on their side-by-side or their ATV or their snowmobile, they're stuck on a single trail. Like they're not allowed off that trail because usually it's going through private land.
Very restricted, yeah.
It's not ground land, so to them, like, what we have here is unheard of.
Oh, it's gold.
Especially like the fact of our trail system alone that's in the backcountry, but the fact that we're allowed down in through the streets and stuff too.
Yeah.
But there's certain, there's speed limits, there's time limits.
And that's good.
It is, yeah. Like, and
that's
everyone,
a good thing.
for the most part, like, everyone abides by the rules, but like, you're always going to get a couple of yahoos that like flying around a little bit through the city just to show off a little bit and stuff. But like, those guys will get addressed fairly quickly, I'd say.
100%, yeah.
But
So
like,
you
for the most part, like, everyone else appreciates it, and it's a
having
huge
those
deal.
regulations means it's here to stay.
Oh my God, man.
It's not just
You get your
a
people
free
around
for all.
town that don't appreciate it, like residents that don't like it, but like
It's always going to be
they're obviously not
naysayers.
seeing what it does for the province either. Like,
They're
I said,
not calculating the economy boost and
all those people that
the
are coming over from
community.
in a province that are riding here under Godmas or just staying in Cornwall. Most of the time, people don't see it here because they stay at not Quality. What's downtown?
Comforting,
No,
view and draw, and
across the road from Demon Drive.
where the Crown of Moose is. Yeah, is it Crown of Moose?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Quality or what is
Is it one's the Comfort Inn, one's the Quality Inn?
I think it's all in.
Is it? Good question. Yeah, but that's where they're staying.
Yeah, but there's a basement parking in there, right? Like
Yeah.
underground parking. So
You don't even see it all the
obviously
side by
park all
side.
their bikes down there, so to keep all their gear safe and stuff that's in the bikes, because
Yes.
most of them got like boxes and tires and all that stuff hanging off them.
Yep,
So like most of the time they're staying in the underground and people don't even see them.
that's
But
right.
they're renting rooms, they're buying meals, they're buying
They're
their
spending
gas.
thousands of dollars.
Oh my God, yes, and they're great people, most of them. So like it's nice to see those people here appreciating our province.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. The people that I don't even think about that, but I guess you hear all sides of it, and there's people protesting the ATVs. But I mean,
Not as many as what there's more people for it than against it. Right?
definitely,
But like you got
that's
your,
without a doubt.
you got your people that are against it probably because they don't even they got no interest in it for themselves. Or,
Yeah.
Obviously they know they got to know that it's still good for the city. But like
Yeah.
and like there's no one out flying around or there's no one out being.
You never see that. You never see reckless riding.
So like what's the purpose of being so against it?
Yeah.
I don't really know.
It's only bringing positivity to the community and bringing, most importantly, money to the community. Community to the community. Like you got people out and about, and it's creating a whole scene.
Yeah, man. Like those people with that lifestyle, to them that's a lifestyle.
It is. It really is.
People that go out and golf on the weekends, or people that go out and whatever on the weekends.
That's a good comparison. Yeah.
Yeah, man, these
You're
people
going out and
they-
golfing. You're part of the community.
And there are a lot of older people. Some of them are retired. Some of them aren't. Some of them got their life savings spent in this trip, but like they had to do it. You know what I mean? Like
Not only that, that's probably the only mobility they're experiencing.
yeah,
Some people are elderly, and that's their way of getting out and experiencing and enjoying nature
yeah.
is the fact that Corner Brook has opened up, the ATV use.
And like a lot of the people that come off the cruise ships that get on this side tours with us are a lot of them are elderly people. Some of them are disabled. Like we help them all. Obviously if they're not fully, if they can't get in, they can't get in. But like
Yeah.
if they can, like if they're physically capable of getting in, we'll help them in. And like a lot of them just they want to get out for that ride and smell. Like you wouldn't believe how many people go through the backcountry and like just can't believe how the air quality smells.
No doubt.
Like they can't believe how they can smell all the trees and the grass and you know what I mean? They
Some
see a
people
running,
never
a running
get that.
stream
Yeah.
and they gotta stop and take a picture of it.
Yeah.
Just a running stream.
Stuff that you take for granted, eh?
It's a stream.
Yeah.
But to them they haven't seen one in 20 years.
Yeah. That's everything.
It's it's crazy, man. I can't imagine living life in a concrete jungle and not being able to live my life the way we do. Like,
Isn't that the beauty of Corner Brook? We're in a city. We can go to a mall. We can pop to Walmart,
got what we
and then in 5 minutes we can be in the pristine backcountry.
man, like I can get off work 5 o'clock and in 45 minutes time I'm 30 kilometers into that country and my
That's
school
wild.
bus that's converted into a cabin.
Yeah.
With a little wood stove and a Coleman's camp stove for cooking my grub and
You
a
can't beat
fire
that.
pit and my own little pond out off my land. Like,
And your dog's got the freedom.
yeah, man, like we let them go and they love it. Like they
Yeah.
don't go anywhere. Obviously,
No.
they just they chill on our land and
They're chilling.
me and Morgan just chill and we usually have a good snack and like that's what it's all about for me, man.
what it's all about.
Disconnecting and not disconnecting to from people, but just after a hard week, it's so nice to get in the woods and
Oh, yeah.
hear the wind blowing through the trees and the birds at the feeder in the morning and like that's the kind of shit I like.
Some people don't get that until they become millionaires.
Oh man.
Like what you got going on is just the ultimate luxury.
Like my sister lives in Toronto and Richmond Hill and like she loves it up there, yes, but like they got a cottage in the country, but it takes them 3 or 4 hours to drive to it. You know what I mean? In order to get away from the city.
That's right. It's not integrated into their life.
No, man.
It's either they're in Toronto or they're getting away.
Exactly.
So they gotta have a cottage to get away from their city life.
Yep.
Where yours, instead, it's the beauty of Corner Brook. It's integrated into Corner Brook.
Yeah, man.
It's right in there. I feels like I'm still in Corner Brook when I'm like halfway to Lewis Hills. It's like still a part of Corner Brook, you know? Yeah, it's
Well,
wonderful.
that's how lucky we are, man. Like,
So lucky.
from Rugged Edge to Lewis Hills, if you really wanted to get in there, like, you know, like half hour, 45-minute ride, and you're pretty much in the best snowmobiling east of the Rockies.
You
like,
can't beat it. Yeah, east of the Rockies for sure.
So, and it's the same thing for Marble for skiers. Like, you know, it's tend to
Same thing.
drive out the highway, and you got one of the most beautiful ski hills. And like the elevation and grade of the hill is what people love the most, in my opinion. Like,
Yeah.
it's a steep hill, you can really get those curves in there, and
Yeah,
still continue to get your speed up, and you know.
it's world class, and you know that because you got people from Europe flying
Okay.
over here to do it.
Man, my 15 or 16 years on that hill, like most of the people that I encountered there in the daytimes and stuff when I was riding were people from that province. Like,
Yeah,
people that came here because either word of mouth or, you know, something they always wanted to see, Marble Mountain.
yeah. And it's such a Corner Brook thing that we got world class snowmobile races going on that ski hill.
Right?
That's crazy, right? Like
It's awesome,
a
man.
very Corner Brook scene.
And there's something else too, like with the Western Snow Riders, like those guys are always looking for volunteers and stuff too, man.
Oh my God, yes.
And like, you know, they're all getting a little bit older, and the volunteers are getting slimmer and slimmer. So
Yeah,
if anybody ever hears of anybody that's looking to help out or want to be a part of anything to do with that,
they're looking for volunteers, eh?
yeah, I mean, they're always looking for it.
Yeah,
And they're a great group of men to work with, and women certainly. For
yeah,
sure.
yeah. No doubt. Like I mean, geez, the work they put into the trails and that,
Oh man.
the bridges across
There's
Brook.
a new trail over the back of Marble. You know that, do you?
No,
Yeah, man.
I've been in back of Marble in 2 winters now.
They're following the snowmobile trail and making an ATV trail.
Yeah,
So obviously the top of Marble now, it's all bogland. It's like one of the worst areas you
That's
can
right.
be on an ATV or
yeah.
side by side.
It's either bog or rocky barrens,
Yeah. So
depending on what part of Marble you're in.
they're right up, basically parallel with the Doppler now. So they're right up on top, pretty close, right?
That's
So it's
wicked.
going to be a nice connection because, like, before, if we wanted to go to Deer Lake on side by side, we'd always have to go across the bay first, going through Jesus Brook, and either go down through Humber Village or go down through Humber Valley Resort and ride out through, say, Boone Siding, or go on in through Goose Arm on the other side of Deer Lake.
Oh yeah,
But now we're going to be able to go up behind Massey Drive, up behind Marble, down to Pasadena, up to Deer Lake, you know what I mean, on
That's
that side
wicked.
of the Humber River, which is going to be an amazing route to make, opposed to going up one way and having come back the same way.
I wonder will that be an advantage for people hunting in Area 7? I would imagine, eh?
Probably, like,
You know, once the moose hunting season starts,
Yeah.
that's the middle of Area 7.
one thing I wasn't when I was growing up was anything to do with hunting, because my old man never had anything to do with the hunting, so
Yeah.
it's just something I've never really, you know what I mean? And for areas and stuff, I'm not really familiar with
Yeah.
what's where, but I would imagine that's going to open up an area for people that are hunting, you know, up there, because, well, it's still going to be like, you could get up through it before,
Yeah,
but it's a bad spot, man. Like, now
That's
it's
right.
like a highway.
you wouldn't want to have to haul a moose out of it.
No, now it's like a highway up there. Like, you can draw the pickup truck up there. They ask you not to because obviously
Of
it's on a
course.
trail. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
There's no law against it, I guess.
no.
No. Yeah, so I would imagine if you got a side by side or a quad and you're moose hunting Area 7, that opens stuff up
Oh yeah, man.
for sure.
And it's gonna make the snowmobile trail better too. Because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
gonna be nice and wide and like that whole
Safer.
hill up through the back of Marble. Yeah, it's not gonna be so tight in there, and
Yeah,
better for the groomer operators and stuff too, right?
that too. Yeah, yeah. How many groomers do Western Snow Riders have on the go?
In this area, I think there's only two. Like, we got one here and one across the bay.
Okay.
And then like say Speedwell side goes as far as our shiver shack. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'm surprised there's only 2. They must be non-stop.
Oh, dude,
They must like never stop.
Like two parks that Rugged Edge. So
Yeah.
they leave usually like 3 o'clock, 2:30 in the day, and they don't get back till like almost the next morning pretty much.
Wow.
They're gone a long way. Like, it depends on what route they're doing and stuff too, right? Those guys spend a lot of time on the trails and the nights on there.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
not like you're driving a car through the woods, like that thing only goes like, 15, 20 kilometers an hour. Like,
Exactly.
you're not making no time. You pretty much just gotta sit back and enjoy the ride, right?
And that's volunteer work? Is the groomer?
No,
That's a paid job, eh?
Paid job, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that must be a non-stop job. I guess they got a couple of guys who does round shifts, eh?
Yeah, they got a few different guys that are, you know, usually one guy signed to one groomer, right?
Yeah, that's cool. How's that feeling?
Good.
Yeah, this guy's tough as nails.
You gotta pay the squeeze.
The most painful spot on the body.
Yeah.
One of the most painful spots on the body.
Yeah, I know.
You knows all about it. Yeah. How many years old is that now?
Well, Eva is 70 now.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to be wrong on that.
Yeah.
No, but pretty close to the man that was only, she wasn't even a year old when you done that.
Yeah, that's right. So, 16-year-old tattooist.
Just so everyone knows.
Imagine.
Years ago.
Yeah. My early work,
Very proud of her.
I had probably 3 years experience when I done that. 2 or 3 years experience.
Yeah. And I told you, I think it was like I wanted the Slayer font or I wanted something.
Yeah, that's right.
I was like,
Oh, yeah.
That Slayer font or something.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Back then, I was like, I'm gonna draw that from scratch.
yeah, no, it's good, man.
Yes, sir.
But it was very painful. I remember that, like, that one in the armpit in there, it
Yeah.
felt like it was like right in the muscle. Like
Yeah.
it was.
So you can appreciate this guy now. Christian's here,
Yeah,
like,
he hasn't made a sweep.
no.
He's tough as nails.
Oh, tough as nails. Yeah. All of his sleeve, he's just been like a rock.
Because I remember he flinched, man. I remember my arm used to like, he was moving from like, I don't know, he was hitting a nerve or what was going on, man. But
I got a lot of tattoos, but I tell you, I'm pretty dramatic. It's pretty embarrassing to watch. Like, if someone's watching me get tattooed, I'm pretty embarrassed.
I remember someone falling in the chair at Studio 10 past noon.
Yeah. Ooh, oh man, I remember that. I told
know
you
who it
he went head first. Yeah, you know who it was, eh?
Oh, that's right.
Poor feller. I don't know, but it all depends on his heat mind, right? But I remember that like it was yesterday. And you know what? That was 18 years ago.
That was like you were doing like a glow in the dark tattoo.
I was about to say that. Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that.
Imagine.
And then the boys lit a smoke bomb underneath my Volkswagen in front of your shop. You remember that?
Yes, I do.
I just had bought this Volkswagen off off a few guys, right? Only had it for a couple days anyway. She was parked in front of Glenn's store on West Street at the time, just down from Cycle Solutions.
Yeah. You gotta hit the washer? Oh yeah, hit the washer, man.
Anyway, what's this
That's
one?
all okay?
Let me wipe it off there.
Yeah, I didn't
It's up
know.
on the arm, so you should be fine there.
Probably one of the right people.
No, I can get out.
Can you?
Yes.
Watch the cord.
Man, I had completely. Yeah, you gotta be pretty squirrely to get past all the cords.
Oh.
You're good there now. Man, I had that smoke bomb thing forgot about.
Yeah, man.
I completely forgot.
I actually thought my car was on fire.
Did you?
Yeah. Legitimate.
Well, like you would, right? Smoke coming from
Well, I
it.
was more concerned about the fact it was so close to your store.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
care about this freaking car.
Yeah. It's crazy. That old shop became a tattoo shop again after Taro House Tattoo.
Yep.
And then now it's an art studio. Funny, I went there just the other day. It's this old guy who got like he does like art seminars and stuff there, like folk art.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's Cabin Studio, I think it's called.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, it was cool to walk in there. All the memories rush back.
Yeah, for sure.
There for a while. You pop down every day after you got off, and it was funny. Our schedules lined up where I was usually finishing up tattoo, and you dropped down for chatting that every day. It seemed like, right?
Yes, man.
Yeah, but yeah, he hit the floor. I remember as he was leaning forward, tattoo in his arms, leaning forward, and then all of a sudden, bang!
You just fell right
Fell
straight
right
out of the chair.
forward, yeah. And that's what I was doing. Those black light tattoos.
Yes, man. It was like glow in the dark or something. I remember that, like plain as day.
That was the only slow period I ever saw in tattooing. Even the pandemic didn't slow me down. People still wanted their tattoos, but that was a mini. It wasn't a pandemic, but it was kind of like a mini version of that. It was the swine flu.
Yeah.
That was during the swine flu, and I know because I was doing the black light tattoos. Because the swine flu slowed things down so much that I was offering a free black light tattoo with every tattoo.
I'd say if like that swine flu hit now, you
Yeah.
know what I mean, opposed to back then.
There was
it
no
would-
social media back
Exactly. There was no Facebook.
Blowing it
or-
out of proportion.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
like you know, we went through that then, and like the world didn't shut down. you
People
know,
didn't
like, not to an
question
extent, but, like,
the vaccination. It was a traditional vaccine, right? But people didn't question it. There was no social media creating fear at all.
No.
Like Facebook was just in its infancy.
just
Most
think
people
about
didn't
how
have
scary,
Facebook.
like COVID-19 was, like how
Holy
scary the world
shit.
made it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Did that affect your work?
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we were only doing curbside pickups and like,
Oh
you
my
know what I
God.
mean? Like there was a small group of us that were there and doing the social distancing thing, obviously,
That's right.
like, you know what I mean? But,
Tours
like,
weren't as big for you back then.
and like
I
up
guess.
at that shop, like I spend more time with the boys than I do with my own family, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like we're together all the time, so
Yeah.
it is what it is, but
Yeah. But yeah, man. No, it affected everybody. I wouldn't have liked a tattoo for about 3 months. Newfoundland fared better than anywhere else. I had
Yeah.
tattoo artist friends that closed their shops down in Ontario and Alberta and that, right?
well, me being the tour guide, like we were at the time when we opened back up, like I wasn't allowed to be a guide unless I got my vaccinations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Dealing with
Yeah.
the public.
That's
It's
right,
just
yeah.
a government regulation apparently. So
How'd your guiding work? Were you in like side by side with other
separate
people?
vehicles.
Everyone has separate vehicle.
Yeah.
So the
Well,
people
unless
on
they
a
were together, like usually it's a couple. You know what I mean?
Okay,
so it was
yeah.
man and husband.
That's right,
or
yeah.
whatever. Person
yeah.
in their
What did they call
significant
that back then? You were like there were certain people in your circle
other. Yeah.
where you were allowed to.
I can't remember.
Yeah, you were allowed to be close to. But yeah, like that must have been something because if you were taking someone on a tour, they had to drive their own.
Oh yeah.
Their own
And
ATV.
like I said, you just had to keep your distance and everything had to be sanitized and stuff. So,
Yeah.
But eventually, like they shut it down. Once
Yeah.
it got too bad, everything got shut down. You know what I
That's
mean?
right. Yeah.
So
Stages.
But thankfully enough, I only got one vaccination, not two.
Yeah, I got 2, and the second one I got sick as a dog.
Yeah.
The first one I was fine, and the second one I got real sick. Yeah, I had to get it because I was traveling, and I was going to Iceland.
Oh yeah.
And
I remember that.
you didn't have to go get a vaccination to get in Iceland. You needed a vaccination to get off the island.
Yeah.
Like to go to Deer Lake Airport and get on a plane, you needed a vaccination.
Well, okay.
Yes, so that's why I got it. Yeah. But yeah, other than that, I don't know if I would have got it. I was lucky. Most of the tattoo artists they couldn't tattoo for 3 months. No income for 3 months. The first month, it was like around April 1st-ish, March when everything shut down.
Yep.
So the first month, I had enough painting commissions to keep me going. I actually paid all my bills from doing paintings. And then May 1st, the lobster season opened up. I went lobster fishing.
That's good.
Yeah, so by the time lobster season was over, it lined up perfectly to being allowed to go back tattooing. Yeah, so I mean, I lucked out.
So is that something you're still gonna be going at?
No, you know what? I stopped lobster fishing long ago when Finn hit kindergarten.
Okay.
So the first 5 years of his life, I went and started lobster fishing around when he was born. And I would go down lobster fishing every season because I could take him down with me. So once he hit kindergarten, and it was a weird coincidence, I broke my hand the year before he went to kindergarten, so that's what ended lobster fishing for me. For me, it was like I was testing the grounds of whether I was going to buy a license or not.
Yeah.
Because I could tattoo 10 months a year. Lobster season's 2 months a year. So really, I would have tattooed 9 months a year, and prep time and that. I would.
License and got Caden or something to fish it for you, man.
That's what I would
Sure.
have done, right?
Yes.
You're too nervous to go to martial arts because you might hurt yourself. You'll break your hand lobster fishing.
Oh man, I did. I broke my hand lobster fishing.
He picks up on everything.
You do, yeah. Oh, we've known each other for a lot of years. Yeah. He spends a lot of time with people tattooing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh man, that's something I'd love to do. Be able to go down, do some jujitsu. The fact that Anchor Academy is right here in the mall.
Yeah, man. Do you
Yeah.
believe that's Jeff, isn't it?
No, God, no.
No?
No.
No, Jeff, he's gone, eh?
He's been gone for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. Who is it? Who owns Anchor Academy? I guess there's a couple guys who owns
There's
it. Yeah, 3 guys that own the business.
Colin, Ben, and Paul.
Right on, yeah. Ben, I just saw Ben going in the door.
Oh,
Yeah. It's just really cool to be in this mall. You see the same people every day, a little bit of a community going on, right?
yeah?
Yeah. Makes it easy for you because you practically lives at the gym. You want the tattoo, you can just come on up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't have the keys to this place yet. Well,
Yeah.
I've had the keys to Anchor for a while now.
Have you?
Good one.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, I help teach the kids classes and
Yeah.
the teens, and I used to teach another class there, so it was like kind of only made sense to give me keys.
Yeah, that's right. So you got any tours going on this week?
No.
No?
Only building bikes this week.
Building bikes.
Building side by sides.
Yeah, the sales are crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
The whole shop is crazy, man.
Yeah, I
And Craig has actually gone today to go pick those kids up that are walking across Newfoundland. I don't know if you heard anything like
I
that.
did not hear about that, no.
The reason awareness for something, I'm not really up on what it is, but I've seen them on the news a couple times.
They're walking across.
Newfoundland,
Across
yeah, they're
Newfoundland,
actually
no
in the
way.
gas options right now. So Craig is going up this afternoon to run in so far to pick them up.
Oh yeah.
Because I think like they walk so far every day, like they don't actually walk physically walk the whole way.
Yeah.
So Craig is gonna go and pick them up and bring them out to Howley. I think that's where they're spending the night.
That's cool.
So he's good like that, man. He likes to be involved with the community and like you know anything to do with helping and like he's busy, he's very consumed and like his job is crazy busy, right?
I look at Rugged Edge and you look at his success story. Because starting a business anywhere is a gamble, and Corner Brook is no different. Like the community's got to accept you, and Rugged Edge has done like a 10 out of 10 job with that.
Like Craig owned a business, a dealership, like started owning the dealership when he was like 19 years old, 18 years old now. So,
Wow.
and he hasn't slept since, like he's been steady going.
Yes.
And like he's stuck with CF Moto for like God only knows how many years, even when it.
Well, they were a questionable brand at first because not that they were questionable, but people were questioning this new brand like you would.
It was more of a disposable machine than it was a quality machine.
That's right.
You were paying a low amount of money for a bike that would probably get you a few years, but it's not like a long-lasting product. But now,
yeah.
like I consider CF Moto to be like Kia or Hyundai. Like,
yeah.
It's a product that they put their money back into the product. Connect it with the people that are driving the vehicles and built it to what people want. And now, as you can see, like if you look around town at the side-by-sides that you see around town, usually it's a CF Moto for most
It's
things.
true.
Because guys are opposed to paying $60,000 for a machine, they're paying $38,000 for a machine. That
You
got
can't beat
everything
that.
the $60,000 machine got in it. You know
And am I right in saying you get the parts right here in Canada, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The bike, yes, is made in China, but China's 10 years ahead in technology than everybody
That's
else.
right. That's a different meaning these days than it was years ago.
Back in the day, all the cheap Chinese bike was like,
It's not like that now.
Yeah, like the motor in it is based off a Yamaha Genesis Triple, like it's a 3-cylinder engine.
There you go.
You know what I mean? It's not something that they just created last year and they put in the machine. It's a motor that's been tested, proven, and
That's the important part. For me, looking at something safe, I dream about owning a side-by-side. And the fact that, like, there's a big comfort knowing that you can get the parts in. You can go into Rugged Edge, order the parts. They're not going to be coming from God knows where.
Man, we usually, like, when we order parts, like, I think they distribute them out of, like, Quebec or Montreal somewhere.
That's what I heard, Montreal, yeah?
Yeah, it's a few distribution over there, so.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
It is, man. Like I said, they're great people, great team to work with. Like,
Are they? Yeah.
Yeah, they're great people. I must say, like even the rep is awesome to work with, and he's always nice to me, chatting me up about stuff to do with the bikes, and even just our lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like, he's just connected the same way I am to the lifestyle. Like, and it's just nice dealing with people that are actually involved in that community. Like,
they're not just salesmen.
Yeah, there's only work for someone that's got a big job with a company that got nothing to do with, they're not even interested in going for a ride because it's not something they do. It's
just numbers to them.
Yeah, right. But like the service rep was supposed to be taking him out, like he's here between the West Coast on, all the dealerships on the West Coast.
Yeah.
He's going around seeing all the boys that all the dealerships. But I think at the end of this week or next week we're supposed to be taking him out for a little ride for a few hours. You know what I mean? Like showing what we got to offer here. He hasn't seen it, so
that's so cool.
Like to see it, right?
And I saw on East Coast Lifestyles page, they really did some wonderful videos. So you guys took them out for tours, eh?
Yeah, we took them down to Certain Lakes, and like Alex is the owner of East Coast Lifestyles, and like he's a down to earth dude, just like me and you. Like a guy you can chat with, have a laugh with, and like he's obviously like one of the most successful entrepreneurs in Nova Scotia. Just like he's had a dream. He got he did a school program or something with a few hoodies, and it took right off. And like,
is that how he started?
Yeah, man.
That's so cool.
It's something so small turned into something so big, but like
huge.
But he's he made it happen.
Yeah.
But like I said, we came here a couple years ago now. It was, I believe.
Yeah.
And we took him down to Certain Lake, and we had a big boil up with all like Bomber Butcher's chicken breasts and like sausages. And,
that's wicked.
Oh man, it was great. The boys had a farm.
I could tell from the video they made that they really appreciated the tour.
Oh man, they loved it. you know, they were great. They were grateful and gave us, you know, they sent us down a bunch of, you know, East Coast lifestyle swag for
Nice.
the boys, myself, the missus, like, you know, they're awesome people. And same thing with like Jig Fest, like one of the owners of Jig Fest, they like he always hangs around with Alex, and he's the same way. He's always, man, if you need, I think he's like Brett McNamara or something like that.
Yeah.
So he's always like same stuff, like, man, like, if you ever want to pick from do the Jig Fest, like, let me know.
That's so cool.
The boys are all very grateful.
Yeah. Well, man, the tours are, they're not taking off. They've taken off. They're already taking off and just an established part of Corner Brook now.
Yeah, well, it is. And like I said, it's something for residents to be proud of because, you know, Craig and Wilson built that from the ground up. And
Yeah.
honestly, it's one of the, in my opinion, one of the best dealerships around for getting treated fairly and, you know,
Right.
everyone feeling like family. Like, that's just the way it is up there.
That's right. Yeah.
You go everywhere else, like, I just found it's just it's a job search feel. Like, you walk in, everyone's in the same boat, and everyone's like, don't want to look at you or talk to you.
Yeah, it ain't the same, no. I've been in dealerships like that. We all have. Yeah, and you don't get the feeling that you want to spend any money there, that's for sure.
I can't drive. I can't drive.
No.
Hey, man, passenger seat, no problem.
Man, you talk about CF Moto and Chinese. I saw a funny video the other day on YouTube. This guy, he's obviously a snowmobiler. He said, I bought the world's cheapest snowmobile on
Timu or something?
Timu, yeah.
I see
Did you
that.
see that video?
Yeah.
$6,000 by the time he got here, but most of the cost was like securing like a broker to get it off the shipping container and all this stuff, right? Like it was actually a couple $1,000s for the sled itself. Man, so you saw that video, eh?
He did it with side by side, dude.
Did he?
The cheapest side by side known to man. Yeah.
So
Or like, you ever see the cheapest electric truck? It was like a little Dodge Ram with the
I saw that one too, yeah. Oh my God. It goes to show you, you know, like you really got, like that's the value of buying something from a dealership,
Oh,
right? Because there you go. You buy something online, they'll make you believe it's going to be usable. That snowmobile wasn't usable. Like it was not,
no.
like it would last a matter of minutes, and then it would just
But,
break
like,
down.
Where's this person going to be using this snowmobile? Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, around their house and
Yeah.
wherever the hell it's meant for. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, he went up the side of a mountain on it.
we take
Or
more
tried.
pride in our snowmobiles than we do in our trucks or our cars.
Oh yeah.
I'm going 60 kilometers in the country on this thing. I'll be, you know, it got to run good, or I got to
run
run
good.
good.
That's fair. You can buy no Timu snowmobiles and side by side. So the side by side, I assume, was just as much of a disaster as the snowmobile, eh?
Same thing.
Yeah, terrible. Wicked. That I like that video. I gotta say that was a good laugh. I was expecting better. I was expecting it, like honestly, I was expecting to be like, oh, this is decent. Nope,
Good.
garbage. Total garbage. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Well, buddy, actually, we have the split,
Yes, back to work.
unfortunately.
Oh yeah, man. No, it was friggin' awesome having you down.
So, I mean, I appreciate it.
This got to be the first of many, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll have lots of this, and like I said, eventually you'll be tattooing me while we're chatting.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. I love that.
Yeah, I've got a tattoo G's on behind me here, so.
There's endless stuff to chat about.
Oh my
We
god.
could stay here like 5 episodes.
Sit when you're old, man. and
Yeah, we got a lot of
lots under your
experience.
belt. What are you laughing at over there?
Yeah,
24-year-old?
yeah, young fella.
Not too
I
bad.
got experience.
Yeah. You will when you're 40.
Yeah.
You don't know what I've been through.
Oh, I hear you, man.
Yeah. Wicked. Jeez,
Talk
we're
to you
chatting over an
later.
hour. All right, man. Talk to you later.
Peace.
That was wicked. That was like 10 out of 10.
Let's do it, man.
I knew it was going to be easy because all we're doing is chatting.
Well, that's the point.
Yeah. I forgot the camera was on. It was perfect.
Nothing to it, man.
Oh great, they're just looking at my fat ass stomach.
I even did a live stream.